she ended up sleeping with one of my best friends. And that was someone who I trusted. Like, I trusted him like a brother. I put clothes on his back. I did everything in the world for him. I loved him like a brother. And then it come to light that something had gone on between the two, which was just mental. But I think I needed that at the time.
It was a sign.
I was always the person who kept going back. Do you know, I was always the person who was just like, one last chance, one last try. And I was scared to be on my own. Because when I was a kid, I spent a lot of time by myself. Like, the family was broken, but I was isolated a lot. And because I didn't really fit in, and because I didn't really know how to find my way in the world, I was always making a lot of mistakes, which resulted in like very few friendships and hardly any relationships. So that was my first taste of love. So for me to separate myself from that, I was risking never finding it ever again. And it was like I said, with no internet access and things like that, it was like I was risking a lot. I felt like I was, I felt like I was unlovable at one stage, and I was doubting myself. So then I was always giving it another chance, until, like, when someone goes somewhere else and they come back, like, it's never going to be the same. Do you know what I mean? And I think I needed that to happen for me to be able to break free.
Got you. How did you find out? That's my first question. Secondly, what was, like, should we call it the excuse, or as to why it happened? I know that might sound like a silly question.
There's no excuse. And when you get into a toxic relationship and you're just arguing, like, you don't need an excuse. You don't need anything to kick off. It's clearly not working.
Yeah.
So it's only a matter of time before somebody finds somebody else. And that's all it was. And it was a case of me seeing a message on a mobile phone, and it's just like, and I'm grateful for the opportunity, even though he was one of my closest friends at the time. Like, when someone betrays you, it's just an exposure of bad character. And I didn't understand it at the time, so it probably hurt me now. Even if I got betrayed right now by someone, it would hurt. But what I've trained my mind to see is the blessing in every situation. So when somebody betrays me, I just think you're exposing your bad character. And I'd rather find out now than 5 years down the line when I've done a million favours for you and got more skin in the game. Do you know what I mean?